Welcome back for today's NBA pick video play for April 29th, 2019. And this one talking about this Game 2 matchup here in Round 2 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors. And we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under, with that total number sitting at about 220.5 points. Now, we definitely saw things go a little bit lower scoring in Game 1 as the Raptors came through in a impressive defensive performance there from them on their home court, taking down the 76ers by a final of 108-95. And looking back to the first round, that was also a very poor performance from the 76ers, where they came up short on their home court against the Brooklyn Nets. So maybe just figuring out their opponent and coming back out in Game 2 with a better game plan to attack Toronto. We'll see if that's the case for Philadelphia, just getting comfortable with an opponent. But definitely only putting up 95 points on the Raptors is not going to get the job done. This is coming from a Philadelphia team that was one of the most dangerous offensive squads in the Eastern Conference throughout the season. They're fourth in the NBA overall in scoring average compared to 19th in total team defense. And the average total that we got in a Philadelphia game throughout this season is about 228 points, so quite a bit higher than the 220.5 we're getting in Game 2 as the total, but you'd also expect that total to recede a little bit given the fact that, again, the Game 1 final was 108-95. So the home team, the Toronto Raptors, have to be feeling pretty good about themselves. They've actually now gone on to win their last 5 games in a row within the playoffs after coming up short in Game 1 on their home court in Round 1 against the Orlando Magic. Then, of course, they won their next 4 games in a row over Orlando, then winning Game 1 against the 76ers. And on the year, Toronto, also one of the better offensive teams over in the Eastern Conference, 8th total in the NBA in scoring average, but also a bit more of a defensive-oriented group, or at least better on the defensive side of the ball than the 76ers, as the Raptors were 9th in the NBA in total team defense. But still, their average total on the season was about 223 points. So the fact that both of these teams averaging quite a bit higher than the total that we're getting in this matchup, but you'd also expect the total to be a little bit on the lower side given the fact that it is a postseason game. We're in the second round. Every single possession means that much more, and that can mean that sometimes we get more of a grinded out type battle in these matchups. And if we look back into the first round, a lot of the first games we saw some lower scoring matchups, and then as teams got comfortable with each other, they loosened up a little bit more going into Game 2, and that could potentially be the case in this one, and we expect a better offensive performance from Philadelphia going into Game 2, and that should help us try to push to the over. So that's where we're siding in this one, going with the over 220.5 as the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, you can give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our picks over at stumpthespread.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.